Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Promoted Sandra. If this is the first time you're coming across this channel, thank you very much for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. So here on this channel, we do everything related to fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and skincare. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to draft a corset top, okay? So the first thing we are going to be doing is to draft our basic bodice pattern. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to impute my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 14. 14 divided by 2 is going to give me 7. So I'll go ahead and mark at 7. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to impute my bust point measurement. So my bust point is 9. So I'll mark at 9. Then my under bust is 12.5. I'll mark at 12.5. Then my top length is 18. So I'll mark at 18 just like this. So once I was done doing that, I'll go ahead to mark a straight line across just like this. This is my bust point, my under bust, and my top length. Then from this bust point, I will go up by 1 inch. That 1 inch is going to be serving as my chest line. Then I will join my shoulder point to my chest line, okay? Then once I was done doing that, I will impute my neck measurement. So the wideness of my neck is going to be 3 and the length of it is going to be 3 as well. So I'm just going to mark at 3. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to use my French cuff to join the points together. So once I was done joining the points together, I will come down from my shoulder by ½ inch, just like this. I'll mark at the point. Then I will draw a straight line from my neckline to my armhole. Then I will go ahead and divide the measurements I have from this shoulder to this armhole. So I'll place my tape on it and mark out the midpoint. Then from this midpoint, I will go in by ½ inch like this. Then I will join the point from this shoulder to this point and here. Then I will come to my chest line, this part. I will impute my bust measurement, okay? So my bust is 36. 36 divided by 4, you're going to be dividing your bust by 4. So 36 divided by 4 will give me 9. So I'll go ahead and mark 9 on the chest line. So I'll mark at 9. Then once I'm done, I will join the point to this point and from this point to my chest line. The next I'm going to be doing is to impute my nipple to nipple measurement. So my nipple to nipple is 8. 8 divided by 2 is going to give me 4. So if you don't know how to take your nipple to nipple measurement, it's very easy. All you just need to do is to place your tape on your right nipple and take it to your left nipple. So whatever you have in between is going to be serving as your nipple to nipple measurement. And while you are doing this, make sure you are wearing your bra. Okay, so my nipple to nipple measurement is 8. 8 divided by 2 is going to give me 4. So I will come to my bust line and mark at 4 like this. I will come to my under bust and mark at that same 4. Then I will come to my top length and mark at 4. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is to join the points together. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to come to our shoulder here. So you divide your shoulder by 2, this point, and mark the midpoint, okay? So once you are done marking it, you will join this point to your bust line point. So once you are done with that, then you will measure from your bust point here down to your under bust. So guys, there's something I quickly want to correct here. Sorry for that mistake. Because my tape, you see my tape, okay, ½ inch break out from it, and I did take note of it on time. From my shoulder line, I was supposed to measure 12.5. I just want to correct that. Instead of 12.5, I will now measure 13 inches. So 13 inches will not be serving as 12.5. So I'm just going to correct only this line. For the other parts, they are all correct, okay? So I'll draw another line. So this will not be our new line. Under bust, and I will mark out this line. This will not be relevant anymore. So what we are going to be doing is from this bust point, you measure what you have from this bust point down to your under bust, okay? So for me, what I have is 4 inches. So I have 4 inches, which is 3.5. Because of this tape, there's not a 4. I believe you guys understand what I'm saying. So just place your tape on it, on your bust point, and measure from your bust point down to your under bust. So whatever you have there, you will take it round, you mark it round. So I'm just going to place my tape like this and mark it round, okay? So I'll go ahead and join the points together like this. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to take our dart. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, just pay attention to what I'm doing so you understand the practical, okay? Please take note of what we're about to do. We're about to take our dart, okay? So you mark 1 inch at your center front. Then you come to your side front and mark 1 inch as well, like this. Then you come to your under bust and mark 1 inch as well. So you can either do this before you draw your circle, or you can draw your circle before you do it. So the next thing you're going to be doing is to connect the points together. Then you come to your bust point line, this bust point, and you come down by 1 inch like this. Then you connect the points together like this, okay? So I'll use my hands to blend the lines to remove the sharp edge. So you come to your under bust. Once you are done doing that, you mark what you have there. So what I have is 2. So then I will come to this upper part. I will take 1/4 inch to the center front and take the rest to my side front. So I'll just measure 1/4 inch to my front like this. Then I'll come to my side front and mark the remaining one. I will connect these 2 points to my bust line, okay? You can see that we already have our cup shape, okay? So the next thing you're going to be doing is to come to your chest line. So I will come in by 1/2 inch like this. I'll come in by 1/2 inch and join the points together. So once you are done doing that, the next thing you're going to be doing is to connect your points together like this. At this point, we are not going to be making use of these lines, okay? So you're going to be connecting your new line like this. So whatever shape you have, no problem, just connect it like this to meet this 1/2 inch, this 1/2 inch here. So then you now come to the back like this and connect your new lines. So what you are going to be doing now at this point, you come to your armhole area from this shoulder line to this point, to your bust point. What you are going to be doing is to divide. You divide whatever you have there and mark the midpoint, okay? Like this. Then once you are done marking it, you will connect from this down to this point, okay? So this is what you are going to be having here. Then you come to this top line like this, just like this. So now that we are done drafting this, the next thing we are going to be doing is to impute our body's measurements. So what we are going to be doing is we'll come to our waistline. This 32 divided by 4 is 8. So I'll mark 8. Then I'll replace the dart that I have here. You measure it like this and you add your sewing allowance. So I'm going to be adding 1.5 inch sewing allowance, which is going to be giving me 3.5. So I will just mark it. I will do the same thing for the under bust. Then I'll do the same thing for my bust points, okay? Then once I was done doing that, I will join the points together like this. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to come up by 1/2 inch because we just want these lines to blend. From my shoulder line, I will come up by 1/2 inch. I will just mark a straight line across. Hope you guys are getting it. Then I'll connect these new lines like this. It's going to be like this, and it's still going to be like this. So this is basically what we are going to be having. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to cut this art from our pattern paper. So just watch out how I'm going to be cutting this art, okay? So I'll go ahead to label them. This is the first one, this is the second one for the second side, so that I don't end up missing it. So this is what you're going to have. I don't know why the paper is just folding up. So this is the major challenge I'm currently having. The paper is folding up. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out on my fabric so that you guys see how it looks, because it writes and the paper is folding up. So I'm just going to cut it out and show you guys. Before I cut this out on my fabric, I'll go ahead to cut out the back as well, so that I can just cut everything at once. I'm just going to mark a straight line, which is going to be serving as my zipper allowance. Then I will come to this stand here and mark a straight line, which is going to be serving as a guide for me at the down. So this is going to be my zipper allowance, and this is going to be the down. The reason why I'm doing this is because the down is not straight. What I'm going to be doing is to place this front side like this. Okay, I'll go ahead to mark this chest line, the chest line over here. I'll just mark it. Okay, I will draw a straight line across, just like this. Okay, and take my under bust and mark out my under bust measurements. Okay, then I draw a straight line across. So I just want you guys to understand. Okay, so this is my under bust and this is my chest line, this is my waistline. Okay, hope you guys understand. Then what I'm going to be doing is to take my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4. Then I will connect the points together like this. Then I will come to my chest line and come down by ½ inch like this. I'll mark it. Then I'll come to my waistline and mark in ½ inch. Then I'll mark out ½ inch like this, which is going to be serving as my dart. Then I will connect the point from this point to this point. Okay, so once I was done doing that, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to slant the back like this. I'll just slant it. I'm not going to measure it. I'll just slant it like this, like this. Okay, so we are going to be cutting this off, and this is going to be our new back line. Okay, then once I was done doing that, I will start inputting my measurement. My bust is 36 divided by 2 is 9, so I'll mark in 9. Then I will add my sewing allowance, which is 1½ inch. Under bust is 7½ like this. I will measure whatever I have here, the dart I have here, and replace it. So what I have there is 3/4, so I will replace it and add 1½ inch sewing allowance. Then I'll come to my waistline and do the same thing. Then I will join the points together just like this. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to come to my under bust line, this line. I'll mark out a straight line like this. From this point, I'll come in by ½ inch. I will mark it. I'll mark out a straight line like this. Then draw a slant line from this point to this point. So when we are fixing our zip, this is to remove poking from our zip. Okay, so when we are sewing our zip, it will not poke out. It will not be poking. Okay, then I will draw a slant line from here to here. So once you sew your zip, you are not going to be having that poking effect. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to cut this out. So this is what we have. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut this out on my fabric. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut everything out of my fabric and show you guys. Okay, so this is the done part. So guys, we come to the end of today's video. So on my next video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I'm going to be joining, sewing everything together. Okay, so do well to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that whenever I drop the video, you will get notified. If you have any question, let me know at the comment section. Okay, so thank you very much guys for watching. Bye, see you on my next video.